With Diamore and myself earlier this week. Here's some footage of that. We taped up this tree whenever the ground was dry, so not a lot of water out here whenever we came. We were able to set up this tree in 6-inch increments with tape, and essentially every 6 inches of water rise we can actually measure just by looking. So yes, the river is over 35 feet right now, but we wanted to give you a different vantage point of what that looks like. Now let's take this view back out live. I'm going to take you on a bit of a journey here. We're going to go through these branches right here to the other side because I want to give you an idea of what this looks like over here. And as you can see, this tree is essentially along this car and in front of this house. A little bit of damage to the roof here, but both of these structures overall are essentially untapped. I want to show you something that's quite remarkable here. Take a look at this tree trunk and take a look at the area in between this car and this tree trunk. I stand at 5 feet 11, but compared to the power of Mother Nature, I am just an ant. Now last night, 67 miles per hour wind gusts blazed through this neighborhood, and here is the result. This tree root system completely exposed, and at its maximum peak, the roots extend out more than twice my height. Now, in addition to the caution, you sometimes have to just take in the sights and enjoy the snow. So I actually kind of have been playing with my makeshift sled, and if you don't mind, Chloe, I know you're going to laugh, but I've been having a little bit of fun out here too, so. It's been fun, so just make sure that you enjoy the snow as well as just being a little bit cautious. Like I said, there is still ice on the grounds. Temperatures are frigid, so I wouldn't advise doing this unless you have some dry clothes nearby. Southern tier moving through North Mississippi. Horn Lake, you have about 4 minutes before you can expect those winds to increase. Senatobia, this is going to arrive at around 9:15. Olive Branch still have some significant lead time. If you're in Olive Branch, you have about 18 minutes before this is happening. This is that time for you to move your car into a safer location. If you have a garage, make sure those windows are rolled up. If you have your trash cans or any patio furniture, it was a beautiful day today. Lots of folks were outside enjoying some fairly warm temperatures for this time of year. Move that patio furniture back in or under the carport or a little bit closer to the house so that it doesn't become airborne as we're going into the evening hours. Mariana, 9:37, you can expect for those winds to kick up. And if this holds together, Holly Springs, you're going to have 60-plus miles per hour wind gusts on your doorstep at around 9:46. Very strong winds moving through this area, folks. So this is where you want all of that caution to be in complete effect. Once again, these are strong winds, but the rules are the same. The guidelines are the same, whether it's a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado warning. You want to make sure that you are inside of an interior room. You want to be away from all windows, all doors. That closet is always the best place. You have a nice walk-in closet. That's going to be one of your safest bets if you're in an apartment. I always tell folks, you know, my bathroom is my go-to also. I am not above getting underneath my bed. Yeah, they're going to cancel it, though, for McNairy County because it's actually being redrawn right now as we speak. So it's going to be outside of the Fox 13 viewing area, but right next door in Hardin County, and that area has been waterlogged. We've been sending reporters down there for the last week or so showing you the damage there that water has done. Now those folks have a compounded issue here. We're having at least a radar indicated tornado and at the very least some very, very damaging winds that are going to do some significant damage. So definitely something for us to keep an eye on. I'm going to ask to switch back to Max 2 because I've been paying attention to this thunderstorm that's in northern Mississippi just outside of Ashland, and I went on and queried some of the wind speeds. Once again, the reds are indicating winds that are blowing essentially away from the radar. The greens, winds that are blowing toward. And because they're so close together and you're seeing contrasting brightnesses here, that's letting us know that there is some sort of broad rotation. Now, there is not a tornado warning on this system, but it's something that we're watching because just like with the last one, at any time that rotation can tighten just a tad bit. Nonetheless, this is crossing over Blackjack Road and it's going to be moving toward the east. So if you're in Whittington, Tiplersville, Faulkner, this is going to be moving into your neighborhoods within the next few minutes. So you could expect for those winds to kick up. It's going to be a good idea for you to, once again, try to find that interior room away from all windows and doors because I'm expecting some flying debris to be something that's going to be possible as these winds continue to be breezy across parts of the Mid-South.
More in that. Do you have the latest?
I do. Basically, that cell that we were just telling you about with the rotation that was just outside of Ashland, that rotation signature has continued to increase. First thing I want to do is actually redraw the tracker that I had for it. It looks like they're moving it to the northeast at about 45 miles per hour. So we were kind of right on point with our assumption that essentially this was moving faster than originally suspected. Let's zoom in to give some folks an idea of where exactly this is. And this has just crossed over Blackjack Road, moving toward the northeast. So if you were inside of this particular area, just to the west of Tiplersville, along County Road 301, Highway 72, Hamilton Road, this is moving in your direction. You need to be sheltering in place at this moment. I am monitoring this dense fog advisory, guys. I just stepped outside the station just about 2 minutes ago, and literally that fog down Highland Street really reducing visibility out there. And that's the reason this is in effect for a large chunk of the Mid-South. That's going to include all of our Tennessee counties and also portions of our East Arkansas counties from St. Francis and Crittenden counties northward. This is going until about 9 o'clock, and here's the reason. This is our Skyfox camera, and once again, this camera is not broken. You can see a couple of the lights from downtown, but you can't make out anything out there. That's why we're kind of re-emphasizing that you want to drive with caution whenever you're getting out there this morning. Visibility down to 0 here in the city. Folks are about to get on the roadways. It's going to be important that you pack your patience, drive a little bit slower, use those low beams, and if you are driving down the interstate or down the street and you can't make your way, that's what that shoulder stripe is for. You can use that as your guide. You want to do that here in the city, Summerville, and Selmer. Reduced visibility in Jonesboro and Senatobia, also everywhere across the Mid-South, really just seeing a foggy start. Remember to drive a little bit slower. Mild, 55 degrees, winds are light out of the east-southeast at about 3 miles per hour. We are going to see those temperatures warm up gradually, 61 degrees by the 10 o'clock hour, eventually getting to the upper 60s with the daytime high reaching 71. After a weekend that was a bit damp for your Saturday and a nice and pleasant Sunday, folks are looking forward to more dry time, and we have some of that in the forecast for your Monday and Tuesday. If you have lots of things that you need to get done outside, these are going to be the days where you want to do them, because by Wednesday, we're going to slowly start to see those rain chances increasing west to east. So folks in East Arkansas, you're going to have the greatest chance of seeing showers on Wednesday. That's going to get more widespread for your Thursday, and unfortunately, rain chances will linger into next weekend. It's going to be a bit of a soggy stretch of weather with some very impressive rain totals in some of these areas. But let's get through some dry time first, and the forecast for tomorrow morning is looking pretty solid here. This is going to be a good day for a nice coffee. Temperatures in the upper 50s. By the time you're pulling into work at 8 o'clock, we're going to be at 63 degrees with sunshine dominating the forecast for most of the day. By the afternoon, we're already at 75 degrees. When that first rush of folks are leaving work to grab a bite to eat, by 12, we're at 78 degrees and in the 80s by the time everybody's back to work. Tomorrow evening, it's going to be just as pleasant here. I'm going to give you the green light to go and find one of those bikes or scooters to hang out and explore Memphis there. 81 degrees at the 6 o'clock hour, upper 70s as we get closer to 7 o'clock. As the sun sets, those numbers will continue to tumble. Thankfully, not going to drop too much, though, but going to be a rather comfortable evening with rather dry conditions for your Tuesday. But by Wednesday evening, we're going to start to see some of these showers building in from the west. Now, don't get too caught up on the timing and the location of where the rain is. This is our long-range outlook, and this is certainly going to change. But what I want to show you is a pattern that is setting up for the rest of the week. So showers come in. We get a bit of a break by Thursday. More of that energy with some of those deeper colors, those reds moving in. That's going to give us the chance of some strong to severe thunderstorms. We'll be tracking that through your Thursday. Energy still present. Showers still present on radar. We're going to get a bit of a break and some clearing Thursday evening, but more of this energy will start to filter back in for your Friday, and that's going to linger into Saturday. And it's that instability, those ranges of motions of different pockets of rain that's moving in and out of the Mid-South, that's going to get us up to seeing 4 inches in some areas across the Mid-South as we head through the weekend. 7-day forecast once again showing things on the drier side to start off the week, but when the rain moves in, it stays, and we're going to see temperatures dropping to 70 degrees by next Friday.